Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we are continuing with our Supabase playlist, and currently this is going to be the 6th video of our playlist where I would be explaining about Supabase storage. So in the previous video I explained about what is Supabase, how to use Supabase, how to use SQL editor, how to create database, how to query the database via REST API, how to use the database functions and all. So this video is going to be all about file storage systems. Supabase is similar to other file storages available out there. So it also have concept of buckets and downloading, get signed URL and all. Everything is set up for authentication as well as for public URL, so that no one can access the resources if they are not authorized to do. So let's just jump to the dashboard directly. So I am currently in the Supabase YT project. So this is the project where we are creating a light GTA. So on the left hand section you can see there is a storage section. So on moving to that we can just see a few buttons, like we have a button for creating bucket, then we have policies configuration, we have settings configuration. So let's do one thing, let's create a new bucket and I would name it YT. And for now, for the sake of the video, I will create it a public bucket, but never create public bucket because the objects saved inside this bucket will be accessible to the users out there. Like, though they will need a key, but the NN key, like the public access key, would be sufficient to query the storage and all. So basically what Supabase does is it stores the it stored the file inside this storage, and then it stores the metadata inside the table. So they have a storage schema. Inside the storage schema you can see like there is bucket, objects and all. So in the buckets, if you will see, there will be different things, and they also have S3 compatibility, like you can use S3 functions and all. So as you can see, there are two buckets. This is the bucket that we created right now, and if we see the objects, there are few objects which I was trying to upload. So there are 3 objects that are in the GTA bucket. So we have created a bucket, and now let's try to insert something in it. So we can insert or upload from the dashboard itself, but we won't be doing that. We will be using REST APIs. So let's directly move to the Postman. So in the Postman, I have the setup ready. Let me just show you what the URL is. This is the base URL that we get from Supabase dashboard. Then this is the route that we need to add, storage/v1, for accessing the storage resources. Then this route is basically like posting something, like uploading something. So /object/bucket name, then the file name. So let me show you where I got this. Let's move to the browser yet again. So I got this from their like Swagger documentation. So the documentation about the REST APIs is not that good, as basically they have upload through JS and all, so they do not provide curl or HTTP request. So basically on digging up, I got the URL, and then I got this schema. So in this schema, if you will see, to post, they have given a route that is, yeah, this is /object/bucket name, then /wildcard. Wildcard is the like the folder name or the file name that you want to save. So let's say we have 10 different users and we want to separate all the files. So there is an option of creating 10 different buckets, or we can just use this wildcard, that is the folder structure. So what Supabase does is they created normal folders that we have in our, like let's say in our local directory, the same folders they have inside the Supabase dashboard. So we can create different folders, create different file, create nested folders and all. Let's move back to the Postman, and if I just try to upload something, this is the, like this key doesn't matter, you can just name it anything, ABC. So one more thing, let me just tell you this, there is a, we don't need this header, there is a header name API key that needs to be present inside the headers while calling the API. And then we also need to provide a authorization, bearer authorization, that is the same key as we are using the public bucket. So we can just pass the bearer token, and let's do one thing. For now, I will just upload a file. I will just cross this file, then I would upload some other screenshot, or let me do one thing. Let me upload an HTML file. So on hitting send, let me see what I got. So it says invalid key. So let us see why it is saying invalid key. It is saying invalid key because we haven't mentioned the file name inside the route. So let's say speech2 text.html. Then if we hit the API, we would get the ID and the key. So let's move to the dashboard to see what actually happens. So I'm on the YouTube. Let me just reload the objects. Okay, I did one thing wrong. What I did is I posted on the GT schema. So let's try to post on the YouTube schema. Let's try to upload to the YouTube bucket, not the schema but the bucket. So okay, so it says like new row violates row level policy, because everything inside Supabase using Postgres. Then Postgres, there should be RLS present. So for storage, they have the tables and the RLS on. So we need to set some policies for allowing any access currently. So let's move on to Supabase dashboard, and on going to YT, we can see there is a configuration for policies. then you can see like there is two policy for GTA. So let's create a policy for, I would use a standard, like they provide us some template, I would just choose any template. Then our bucket name is YT, and then I will remove everything and press on save. At least, okay, so we need to do select or insert. We will do both, like we will upload also, we'll select also. Then I'm just having policy and saving the policy. So our policy is saved. Then if we just move to the postman and try to hit the API, so we can see like we got the ID and the key. So this is the same path that is in our URL, and this is the ID of the object, like the Postgres database ID where the object have been posted to. So now let's move to the Supabase dashboard, and on going to the bucket, I can see like there is a file. So that means our file have been uploaded, and as I told earlier also, like this is a public bucket, so I would be allowing the NN role. I would remove this later after I have shot the video. But yeah, so this is the basic idea of like how we can upload anything. This simple is uploading things to the Supabase dashboard. We don't need to configure much, and we don't need to see any overhead of scaling up, down, scaling the servers, and also everything is out of the box inside Supabase. So let's try to get the let's just try to get the object that we just uploaded now. So for that I will move to the postman again, and I have the API ready, like the get it. For that we just need this path, like the key. So now the okay, let me just show you the get route. So on moving to Swagger documentation, we can see there is a get route for authenticated as well as for public, this one. So it says /object /public, then bucket name, then the folder name or the file name which we have. Let's move to the postman again. As you can see, there is object public, then we just replace this with the value that we copied. Let me show you the body. This is the body, this is the header API key, we don't need this. I will just copy this and add a bearer token, so we already have. Let's just try to send the request. Let's see what we got. So we got our HTML back, like this is the file that we uploaded. So this way we can upload any object, like any file or anything, to the Supabase, and we can retrieve it. It is as simple as like hitting two endpoints. So if I just go to Supabase, then just see like this is the file that we have. Then in the dashboard I can get the URL or download or something like that. So this is a basic overview of it. So there are many custom features to it, like signing the URL, only allowing authenticated users. Like this is a public, right? This is a public bucket. We can just make it a private bucket so that only authenticated users have access. Then we can set up our RLS so that different conditions, like let's say, let's consider our GTA case. So someone, there is character A and there is character B. So character A sends a file to character B. Like let's say character A sends an image to character B. We don't want like character C or D or anyone else to see that file, right? Because that was a private conversation between these two parties. So in that case, we can set up our RLS, like we can give permission to both the users on the object, and also we will be doing all this in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned. So this was it for the video. If you like the video, do subscribe my channel. So I'm uploading the video every day. We will be able to finish our Supabase playlist within like upcoming month, and then we can just focus on our light GTA project that we thought of building. So yeah, I'm excited. Let me know if you have anything or any doubt. Just hit in the comment section, or if you want to collaborate, we can even collaborate on the GTA project.